All right, boom. What's up, y'all? So this is LA Joint here with High Talk Radio, and ooh, y'all finna jump down my skin. Some of y'all gonna jump down my skin with this one, and it's cool. But I'm gonna say it. I've been kind of teeter-totting on if I was gonna say something or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And I just hope that you listen and not judge. Right? Okay. So not too long ago, to my knowledge, not too long ago, I had read somewhere, and I also seen a TikTok about it. Was that Elon Musk had I think he banned gay Disney shows or something like that that was targeted toward children. Now, like I said, this is a very sensitive topic, so y'all probably gonna jump down my throat. Now, before we get it out the way, now I ain't got no kids, but it doesn't mean that I was not a kid, which means I have child experience. Okay, put that on my resume, and I have looked after children. Put that on my resume too. Okay, all right, and I am responsible for children when they are in my care. So just go ahead and put that little notation on there as well. All right. But I just kind of want to talk about this, right? Okay, so as the LGBTQIA plus community has been in full force, I know for a fact the last 10 years, and I am so proud of them, for making strides for inclusion and acceptance in many avenues and areas in life, and I'm proud of them for that. But we all have our thoughts and opinions on the LGBTQIA community, being a part of it and being on the outside of it. Okay. Now, here's my thing about this specific topic when it comes to children, right? I feel this. I think that we should not target children, period. Whether it be LGBTQIA, whether it be over sexualizing the children, whether it be you know like in any area or any capacity, right? I feel like we shouldn't target children. And with me saying that, right, to ban LGBTQIA content for children, is I feel as though that it's okay, because these are children, and I just say let them discover on their own, right? I don't feel as though they should be targeted. But here's where the discrimination comes in for me, right? Is that you want to ban LGBTQIA content for children, but it's okay to over sexual to allow children to see over sexualized content, violent content, and just sketchy content in general that may not be targeted necessarily towards children, but a lot of it is, right? I don't know if it's on purpose or accidentally, but here's the thing, right? I know me growing up as a child, right? And regardless of whether you was LGBTQIA, you had a mental illness, you were disabled in some type of way, you was black, white, green, blue, you was bald headed, you had a lot of hair, you was a hairy person, it did not matter. You was gonna get talked about. Somebody was gonna try to pick on you regardless. Okay, so we all experience this growing up no matter what. Okay, so it's not just any specific group. We all got them hammers. You understand what I'm saying? We all got them hammers. How we dealt with it as a child, how we decided that we wanted to consume and or confront the attacks was totally on us. All right. And a lot of us are learning to deal with them differently as adults, right? As we are learning to accept ourselves and live in our truths as adults, right? So we all got that work, regardless of growing up. But what I enjoyed most about being a child was that I could be one. I didn't have that responsibility of picking a gender. I didn't have that responsibility of like, you know, should I be how short should my skirt be? You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. These were options that were presented to me as a child, right? But they were not targeted at me as a child. You understand what I'm saying? Um, if you get what I'm saying, I kind of feel like, with the liberation movement that we have happening, I think that we should really, really take into consideration of not including children. Like you remember how, mom and them used to say keep kids out of grown folks conversation. When it comes to like certain topics, LGBTQIA, sexuality, sexual provocativity, certain levels of violence and things of that nature. I think that we like should not target children with these things. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have like we should be like we have like LGBTQIA books, right? That they have like children books and stuff like that. And I think those are pretty cool to have. You know what I mean? I really do because like I said, allow the children to discover who they want to be without targeting them. And you know what I'm saying? Without targeting them, or influencing them on who they should be. But allow them to discover the different types of people. And you know what I'm saying? Allow them the option of discovery without targeting them. You know, because I mean, if we don't really sit here and talk about it. I mean, a lot of the things that are going on now is not new. It's just highly available. You know what I mean? And so, a lot of times, in today's time, it seems as though, right? Because this is the first time I've been an adult for real. So I can't speak on what it was like as an adult in the 90s. I have no idea, or the 80s or the 70s, because I wasn't an adult then, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But as of now, just looking back and hearing, from certain people, I'm wondering, has things really changed, or are things just more widely available for children, right? Because for me, you know, a part of growing up was like the mystery of finding out, you know, these different discoveries of, you know, adult life. You know what I mean? Like that was half the fun of like growing up was like, you know, when I got to this age, I learned this, and when I got to this age, I learned that. Versus when I'm 7 years old and I'm learning all this adult information, it kind of sucks the fun out of life. You know, it sucks the fun out of growing up. You know what I mean? So, you know, it just it's a tricky topic. You know what I mean? Because it's like we have sex all over Twitter. Sex is all over Twitter, right? Let's just keep it a bean. It's everywhere. It's all over Twitter. You know, and then you know we're banning LGBTQIA content for children, but aren't children on Twitter? Aren't children on Facebook? Aren't children on Instagram? Aren't children on TikTok? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to like you know down his decision to do that, but what I'm saying is it's like where is the line? Period. You know what I mean? It's just kind of one of those things where it's like where is the line? Period. You know. And I say this because when we talk about like Project 2025, right? Hold on. We're gonna get into this into part two.